Town Council chooses Patrick Princey to serve on the County Assembly of Delegates. Mark Ells is welcomed as Assistant Town Manager, and the Council accepted a gift of 4 beach wheelchairs on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Friday, July 13th, 2012. I'm Sarah Colvin. Town Manager Tom Lynch will soon have a second in command. Lynch asked the Council last night to ratify his decision to promote DPW Director Mark Ells to Assistant Town Manager.
I am pleased to submit to the Council for your ratification vote this evening the name of Mark Ells as Assistant Town Manager. Mark's been a 23-year employee of this town. He has held various positions within the Department of Public Works, rising to the position of director since 2003. His educational background includes graduating from Norwich University in Vermont. He has 2 master's degrees, one in public administration, one in business administration. We'll forgive him the brief design program that he worked at for Harvard, and because we know he's really a regular guy. He's known for being a good manager, for being fair, for being responsive, for being able to communicate well, and to make good decisions when he's called upon to do that, as he has been on a daily basis. These are skills that I feel are all very transferable into the position of the Assistant Town Manager's position, and I think that we're going to be a good team, and he'll serve you well, and he'll serve our town with distinction. So, having said that, I hope that you would confirm that vote, that nomination, rather.
Thank you very much. Does anyone want to comment, or we get right to the vote? We have a motion to move the question. All in favor? And all in favor of ratifying Mark Ells as the Assistant Town Manager, just signify raising your hand. That is unanimous. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Surrounded by his 6 children and wife, Ells took the podium.
I certainly thank the town manager in considering me as a candidate and selecting me, and certainly for all of your support in ratifying that as the assistant town manager. I couldn't do any of it if my wife and my 6 children didn't support me in all that I try in life. So Christina and Lucy, Ted, Lily, Elizabeth, Caroline, and Harry, thank you for that support. Also, there's a lot of people sitting out in the audience for the last 23 years who have been right with me, working every day, certainly within Public Works and within the town, and I greatly appreciate their support. So anything that I've achieved, certainly they've been a part of it, and it's a wonderful thing to have coworkers that certainly help you to move forward with all the important things that we're working on. In my 23 years here, I've treated this job as a privilege, certainly. I am honored that you would consider me for your assistant town manager. I look forward to working with our town manager and all of you on everything that we have, certainly in the future, and I thank you.
Mark Ells will move into his new office at Town Hall next Friday. Bob Canavazzi will become Interim Director of Public Works. And filling another role left empty by Tom Lynch, the Council has chosen a representative for the County Assembly of Delegates. 3 candidates applied for the position: Cape Cod Media Center CEO Terry Duenas, former Town Councilor Greg Milne, and Chair of the Democratic Town Committee Patrick Princey. After hearing from all 3 and asking them each the same 6 questions, the Council took a vote. Patrick Princey was chosen. Princey spoke about his work.
I think what sets me aside from the other candidates tonight is my diversity on the different issues that face the town. If you look at my resume, which hopefully is before you, if you look at my employment history, I've been a commercial fisherman. I've worked many years at the NOAA shelter in Hyannis as an intake supervisor on the ground level, dealing with many of the social problems that Barnstable's facing. I've worked as a district aide for this for the House of Representatives, our local representative Klim. There I served as constituent services and also worked as far as representing him at various meetings and committees that he could not attend. Following that, I wanted to work on a bit of my business background from college, so I worked for a good local company called Spinal Technology, where I traveled all around the eastern seaboard selling orthotics and prosthetics. And that job was rewarding. It was a very difficult job. It was a lot of traveling. And what I learned from that is that I could sell. I worked for a great company, and that I really loved the town of Barnstable. I spent most of my time away from the town of Barnstable, but at the same time I had a commitment through my employer that I could always make it back for my meetings, which meant so much to me. After that, I was offered an opportunity to work for Senator O'Leary in the state Senate, and it was something that I'd always wanted to do. And if you all know Senator O'Leary, he knows a lot about county government, and that was sort of my schooling on county government. In fact, he would constantly, when he was the chairman of the counties committee, he would stop legislators, their staff in the hallway, and explain how Barnstable County government works. It might not work elsewhere, but it's working here. And so he really drove home the point up in Boston that abolish other counties if they're not working out, but make certain that you keep this regional entity, Barnstable County, in place, because it's very important to all the towns on the Cape, and I realized that. Following that, I was offered a great opportunity to work under a Republican. I am nonpartisan whenever I serve on issues because it's all about representing the people and not the party. It's more important to get an idea or legislation passed that's meaningful to the constituents than which party represents it. I worked for Governor Romney when Hurricane Katrina hit, and I was put into a really tough position whereas I was managing all of the shelter services for housing assistance under Governor Romney. And it was my first management job. I worked 24/7 on that job. I ended up from there going on to becoming a probation officer.
Princey wrapped up by telling counselors why he wanted the job.
Over the time since I graduated from college, I made a conscious decision to come home and serve my community. I've been an assistant coach for the Little League. I was the president of the first Barnstable Citizens Police Academy elected by my peers. I've been captain of the kids games in West Barnstable since 2002. I was elected to the Barnstable Charter Commission. I've been the past member of the Economic Development Commission. I was part of the All-American City competition. I served on the Coastal Resource Management Committee. I'm a member of the Planning Board. I was a past member of the Planning Committee for the Planning Board, updating the Section 2 Natural Resource section in the Open Space and Recreation, which was a long process. I'm a board member of the Trustee Weldon Memorial Library. I was appointed to the Barnstable Planning Board in 2003, and I currently serve there today. And I was also recognized by the American Red Cross for all of my work in community service. I think all of this proves that I'm dedicated, I'm here, and I would really like to serve in this position. I hope that you will give me every consideration to move forward in that endeavor. Thank you.
Princey will serve as Barnstable's representative for 6 months and will have to run for election this November if he'd like to serve a longer term. 4 new beach wheelchairs are in place at several beaches in Barnstable. The council formally accepted the gift from Smile Mass at last night's meeting. Director of Leisure Services Patty Machado shared a story about those chairs.
I have 2 things. The reason why we received 4, the other towns on the Cape only received 1, is something that you can all be proud of, is the fact that our Recreation Commission, our Recreation Division, and the Disabilities Commission all work very closely. And when this foundation came down, they were very inspired by the fact that we all work together. They said they had never seen that anywhere in any other town that they had been involved in. So something the town of Barnstable can be extremely proud of. And we had this woman that I got an opportunity to meet down at Kelmis Beach. She visited us last year, and she got down to the beach, and she went out in the chair, and she was just blown away that she was able to get finally down on a beach. But those are the old chairs. This year, she moved here because of the people that live here and how nice and how well she was treated. She actually bought a home here, and her and her husband moved here. And her experience down at Kelmis, she got into the chair, and she was a little bit nervous because she knows the other chairs couldn't get her into the water, and the staff all down there said, "Oh, you're not going to have a problem. Believe me, we've all tested them out. They work wonderful." And she got into the water, and I get goosebumps because she was in tears, saying she hasn't been in the water for years, and this is the best place in the whole U.S. to live because people care and make sure that we can all have access to what we need to do. And so we can all be proud in the town of Barnstable. So thank you.
The wheelchairs are located at Covels, Craigville, Kelmis, and Veterans Park beaches. You can watch the full town council meeting online at town.barnstable.ma.us. With Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Colvin.